Hi, Lovey. It's me. I'm really grateful for this feature that I just discovered from your season dialogue podcast on Spotify, and I'm really grateful for the fact that we can get to, send you audios from us to you, give you feedback, discuss basically anything. I feel. I've sent you a couple of inboxes a few times on Instagram saying that every time you send an audio or you have a poem that you post online, it resonates so deep with me because it's like God is speaking to you. God is speaking to you to speak to me. Like He's using you basically as a vessel to speak to His children to say, hey, there's this girl, she needs your help. I need you to talk about this. And that's how I feel literally with each and every single one of your poems. So with the dialogue you just posted right now on Spotify, I couldn't help but wonder, like, I'm a person who's going through stuff. I've been through the woods, and I'm slowly trying to find myself back up, and I'm trying to learn how to love. I'm praying for love, I'm praying for relationships, I'm praying for a job that pays well. I'm in a very complex state right now in my life, and everything is all up in the air, and I'm like, really, I can't even say I'm confused. That's the thing. I'm just numb. I'm blank, so to say. I'm so blanked out. Like, my job is not so good, and the only option people talk about is to do K. I can't do K. I literally can't do K. Like, not because it's anything bad. It's just my spirit aches so much when I do K work, and I'm so tired, I'm so drained, and it feels like I'm dragging my feet. It feels like I'm pulling out a weight, and my current job right now is literally not doing me any favors either. There's issues with my visa, there's issues with intimacy, and I'm just, oof, like, life has been lifing, and I'm just trying to work on me because I keep praying about how I want a love that's pure, a love that's God centered, a love that's real. And yet I wonder, like, am I ready for that kind of love? Am I not going to self sabotage? Am I not going to run away? Am I not going to, like, freak out and just, like, end up messing up a good thing? Or am I ready for that kind of love? Because, I mean, it's been like 2.5 years now, and I haven't really had anything in terms of relationships that's going somewhere. It's just been, a couple of dates here and there, and I'm like, this is not sustainable. It's not what I want. I want to be happy, and I feel like I need to be happy within myself first. I need to heal parts of me that need to stop those things of self-sabotage and just be open to actually openly receive and feel like, because it kind of feels like I'm not good enough to be loved, but at the same time I cry hard for love, but I'm like, am I really good enough though? Like, am I good enough for that job? Am I good enough for that person? Because that person looks like they've got their life in order. It looks like, they look like they've got a handle on it. And I'm a 32-year-old, turning 33-year-old woman, and I'm just there like, what now? And I don't know. I guess it feels good to actually openly talk about it and have this platform to actually speak to someone about it, apart from my family, because my family is like, oh no, don't worry, you got this, everything's cool. And my mom was like, oh, you're the big sister. And my sister's like, no, don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. I'm like, yeah, but it's not it. It's not what I'm looking for. It's not doing anything for me. But I don't know. I'm probably blabbering right now, and I really don't know what to expect from this encounter. And I'm just really grateful that I am able to record this and send it out to you, and hopefully, I don't know, hopefully get a response from you somehow, or just for this to be like maybe an open dialogue for your next podcast. So yeah, that's me, and I hope that you're having a good day. And I just want to thank you so much for like having this platform and giving us space for us to be able to talk to you. It really helps. You have no idea. Thank you so much.
Hey, everyone. Hoping everyone is good. Hoping that everyone is doing great. It's raining outside currently, but it's all good. We needed a little bit of rain. I could have done without that cold, but I'm glad for the rain. Rain replenishes, and it's a renewing. So I'm thankful for it. Well, you heard the audio that was sent in, and I want to speak a little bit about peace and walking in peace everywhere that you go. You know, when we talk about peace in a real way, it's not just the idea of peace. It's not the version of peace that looks calm on the outside, but it exhausts you on the inside. Peace stays with you when people are different, when environments are heavy, and when life keeps pressing on you without asking, my baby, if you are even ready for that. And see, peace is not something that you wait for circumstances to give you. It's something that you learn how to carry. And perhaps the reason peace can feel difficult is because we are often taught that peace means avoiding conflict, or that we need to ignore tension, or pretending that something doesn't bother us. And I've learned that in my personal life, that is not peace. What we do is we are suppressing. And what we often also act in is emotional avoidance. And eventually, when we do that kind of pretending, it shows up as resentment and exhaustion. It shows up as anger that feels like it's coming out of nowhere. And, peace really is being aware without having chaos around you. Peace is sitting in presence without having to react. Peace is knowing what you feel and choosing how to, you respond to a thing. And it was mentioned about the workplace. And to be honest, the workplace is really like the most common place where peace gets tested, because you are really required to stay professional while being surrounded by personalities that you didn't choose to really work with. You may work with people who are reactive, they're passive aggressive, they're overly critical, my baby, emotionally immature, or they just simply stressed and unaware of how they project that stress upon you. And when peace is difficult at work, it is often because boundaries are very unclear, either your boundaries with others, their boundaries with you, or your boundaries with yourself. Let's be honest. Sometimes when we walk through a thing, we don't assert a boundary in how somebody is supposed to treat us. And you might even feel the pressure to over-explain or to fix things that aren't yours to fix, or you got to absorb the emotional energy that somebody brings to you that doesn't belong to you. But here's the key thing that I've been learning about peace. It begins when you understand that not everything requires your emotional participation. I'm going to say that again. You do not have to participate in everything that pulls you, okay? And there will be moments when someone speaks really harshly to you. They may interrupt you or bring tension into a conversation. But peace does not mean that you are pretending that you didn't notice anything about that. Peace means noticing and choosing not to mirror that energy. And baby, that is hard. You know what I'm saying? Because you go low and baby, I go low with you. And sometimes we feel like we have to match someone's energy for them to understand where we're coming from. But here's the thing that I've learned as well. I've had this happen many times in my life. And many times you choose to do the higher road. Because when someone comes to you a certain type of way, what they're not expecting for you to do is to meet them with intelligence, to meet them with calm. And when they do all of that, they come down a little bit. I need you to start to pause before you respond to a thing. I need you to start lowering your tone instead of matching theirs. And your answer, and whatever it is, it does not have to be with defensiveness. And you are not weak because you choose not to match their energy. You're showing your leadership and being emotionally engaging, okay? So sometimes peace at work means that you got to say less and not more. Sometimes it means walking away from a conversation that is really not going anywhere. And sometimes it means praying quietly at your desk after clarity is a part of your life and not in the precipice of your control. And see, prayer in these moments is not about changing other people, because you can't change another person. They gotta want that for themselves. It's really about you grounding yourself. It is about you remembering who you are when pressure tries to make you small. And it's a simple prayer in the middle of a stressful moment that can sound like, God, I need you to help me respond and not react. I need you to help me stay anchored and help me see something clearly. And the pause that we take, it literally can shift the whole entire interaction. Now I want to talk about something that's very important, because this is where we dwell. And I always say that if I can't have peace in my home, baby, I ain't gonna have peace anywhere, because my home is my sanctuary where the peace resides. Now, peace in the home is difficult when communication becomes reactive instead of intentional. When conversations turn into accusations, when listening turns in preparing your responses instead of understanding the other person. I know we know what that means, how that feels. Peace in the home does not mean that there will never be a disagreement, okay? It means disagreement does not turn into disrespect. And there will also be moments when someone you love is tired, overwhelmed, or just emotionally unavailable. And peace is recognizing that not every moment is the right moment to address everything. Can I say that again? Baby, you do not. Listen, you do not have to speak about it every time that you see it. One thing that I'm learning when it comes to people, and even, with myself, right? There's this notion that, and especially, us women, we want to nip it in the bud right there. What's wrong with you? Talk to me. What's going on? How can I help? You all right? Is it my problem? Did I do something? And when we do that, when we become reactionary, sometimes what we do is we disturb their peace. So give people their moments instead of trying to address it all at once. And also, peace means we can talk about it later when we're both in a space of being calm. It means choosing rest over resolution for the night. I'm not finna go to bed fighting. Let's just keep this peace right now so that we can carry over to the next day and then talk about it when we're calm. And it means when things have gotten to a place where tensions have flared and there's words going back and forth, that we choose to step into another room, that we breathe, that we pray, and that we also allow our nervous system to settle before continuing a conversation. It's important that we take time out when we feel overwhelmed, because that is not you abandoning yourself. It's you self-regulating, and it's taking care of yourself with wisdom. And if you feel yourself becoming overstimulated, or you know that you are short-tempered, or you are emotionally flooded, that's your signal to not push through something, but to pause. Because peace really requires honesty with yourself. And baby, you cannot carry peace if you ignore your limits. And you cannot speak calmly if you are emotionally depleted, because what's going to come out of your mouth is not what's in tune with wisdom. And you can't show love if you are running on empty. And that's why prayer and quiet time, they really matter so deeply, because prayer is not just a spiritual practice. It really is an emotional reset. It is the moment where you are no longer holding everything alone. And to be honest, peace resides and it grows in stillness. Peace grows when you sit with God and allow yourself to be held instead of holding everything together. There are some things that we just have to release. And then when we speak about peace, peace is something that we contain, that we have to be able to take everywhere that we go. In public spaces and social environments, and those uneasy family gatherings. That's everyday interactions. Those are the places where you will feel there's a shift in energy really quickly. People bring their stress, they'll bring their pain, their expectations, and sometimes they'll even project things on you in a shared space. Peace everywhere you go begins with you understanding that you do not need to absorb what others carry. And see, someone can be upset with you, and then you become upset. Someone can be impatient, And then you become impatient. Someone can misunderstand you without reading to defend yourself immediately. Listen, peace does not mean that when you are silent, that you are weak. Peace means that you are gaining clarity. Peace means choosing the right time, the right tone, and the right intention. And there, you will be in a space where there are situations where you are definitely misunderstood. Peace allows you to say, you know what, that is definitely not what I meant, without feeling the need to prove yourself. And there will be moments where someone challenges you unfairly. And peace allows you to respond with truth instead of your ego. And that's where the love comes in, because peace is very deeply connected to love. Not emotional attachment, but grounded. It's very steady, and it's a love that sees people as human, flawed, learning, and we are growing. And when you are full of love, you do not need to dominate conversations. You don't need to go back and forth to win an argument, and you don't need to control the outcome. You begin to move through the world differently. You listen more deeply. You speak more intentionally. You react less impulsively. And sometimes beautiful happens when peace becomes a part of your walk. With peace, you can carry this kind of quiet confidence. And it doesn't mean that everything around you is perfect, but you are no longer at war with you or anything else at that moment. And when you are a peaceful person, people really feel that energy. They feel safe around you. They respond to it. Peace becomes a light that you carry and not something that you chase. And peace, having peace, containing peace, does not mean that life will stop challenging you. It means challenges stop controlling you. I'm going to say that again because y'all need to hear that one. Peace does not mean that life stops challenging you. It means challenges stop controlling you. Peace is choosing alignment over you wanting to react. Peace is choosing love over any kind of fear. Peace is choosing presence over any kind of chaos and misalignment. And baby, when you practice peace at work, at home, and everywhere you go, you begin to change the atmosphere without forcing anything. And there's always, always power in peace. I got a few announcements like we in church, baby. I have 3 events in the month of February. If you are in the area, if you are an avid listener, I will be in Atlanta, Georgia at the City Winery. It's a night of R&B, and if you are familiar with the artist Avery Wilson, I will be doing some spoken word at that concert, and it is February 16th, 2026 at the City Winery in Atlanta, Georgia, and tickets are currently on sale. On the 22nd, I will be in Brooklyn, New York. That show is sold out. It is the Secret Garden. I'm excited about that. Just to be in that space. I will be a featured poet there. And the last one is Laugh Away the Pain. And those tickets are current. They are on sale. If you are in Philly or near Philly, that is Friday, February 27th at the World Cafe Live. And I will be the featured poet there. So if you are in the area, if you have availability, come see me, baby. One thing about me is I really try to be as personable as I can when I'm at these shows, because the thing about me is I like to see faces. I like to see faces, and I like to give hugs, and I like to know the people who pray for me, you know what I'm saying, and who really surround me with love. So that's my church announcement. Okay. I'm elated. I am elated that we are, fledging forward with these podcast episodes. I'm so glad that you guys are utilizing this feature and calling in, giving your ideas or just words or something that you would like to hear on the podcast. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for just being present. And just thank you, for being human. That's the most important thing to me. And I pray that you are surrounding yourself with intentional peace, that you are moving with intentional peace, that you are utilizing what it takes to be grounded in your peace, and that you never allow anyone to move you any type of way out of the place in which God sets forth for you in the grounding of your peace. Remember that peace is not something where you are ignoring a thing, but it is using your power to realize that it doesn't have control over you. Okay, my babies? All right. That is today's episode. And again, if you are new to the podcast, there is a feature. Go to www.seasondialogue.com. Go to the podcast tab. Scroll down, and there is a recorder there, and you can record whatever you want to say, my baby, as long as it's nice. Okay, so you can give me an idea on something that you want to talk about, you want me to talk about on the podcast. Listen, say what you need. Okay, get it off your chest. You do not have to leave your name, but I do need your email address for you to submit the audio. Okay, all right, my babies, I see you guys next week. I love y'all. Bye-bye.